Welcome to the Savvy Young Professional podcast. My name is Tanida Mullen, and I am about to give you some information that can change your life. Welcome, guys, to the Savvy Young Professional podcast. I know I was a little bit dramatic in that intro, but honestly, I have some good stuff for you today. Today, we're going to talk about how you can level up for just $10 a month or less. I know if you're anything like me, you are into saving a little bit of cash, right? I need more money for going out to eat and travel. The two things I really like to do. Also, going to conferences. I mean, come on. Don't you just love podcast movement? Anyway, if you haven't been, it's a great convention. But that's neither here nor there. Today, I'm helping you level up, keep some money in your pocket, but most importantly, add to your skill level. Sometimes it's hard to go back to school. It can be really expensive to go the traditional route and get a bachelor's or a master's. And sometimes you just need to know something that's really specific. So I have 3 resources that I personally use that help me to level up. I want to let you know that these are resources that I use. I am not getting an endorsement from any of these companies or products. These are actually things that I use on a consistent basis in order to help me learn different skills that I need to push my business forward or level up or apply for an interesting opportunity in which maybe I just need to brush up on some skills. Number 1, and we're going to go from probably the most financial commitment to the least financial commitment, which is 0. So number 1 on my list, this website is something that I ran across a few years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. And the website is called creativelive.com. So Creative Live is a website that has different video tutorials, and it's not necessarily only video tutorials. I would actually call these more of a masterclass type of situation because you'll have a little bit of lecture with it mixed with a little bit of application, and it's actually filmed in a studio with a studio audience. So there is kind of your speaker or instructor. They are doing on-site demos and examples of different skills, and they have a live audience. Now, the thing that's interesting and great about Creative Live is that while the show is live, you can actually view it for free. So you go to creativelive.com, and there is a section on there that says on air. The on air classes are streaming live or will be streaming live. You don't have to pay for those. When you start to get into the pay structure is when you miss the class or you want to keep the information to use it again as a repurpose or to view it again and go back to it and own it. I love Creative Live because there's options for you. If you don't like it, you don't have to commit to it and keep it. And if you do like it, then you can go ahead and purchase the class specifically without even having to purchase a whole membership to the site. One of the cons, I guess, for Creative Live is it depends on what kind of schedule you have. If you have a schedule that does not allow you to just be readily available when the class is live, you're probably going to miss it. So for instance, if you work like a 9 to 5 kind of schedule, most of the classes start West Coast time. So they'll probably start about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. For your Central Standard Time is when they're starting, which would make that 3 o'clock on the East Coast. And so it's kind of tricky because those are business hours, and if you're at work, it's going to be hard for you to actually look at it. Sometimes they do provide a replay of it, but you just have to kind of pay attention and catch it. So that is one of the cons. It's called Creative Live, so you have to be able to view it live for free. But there's different classes. So there's classes in photo and video, art and design, music, audio, crafts, money. There's pretty much anything you can think of. And these are high quality classes. They really do a good job at bringing in influencers in that particular field that they're filming for, or creating the training for. And so you'll go through and you'll see names that are fairly popular that are teaching these classes. And so it'll be someone familiar. So I like to give it the example of a masterclass for that reason, because they're actually using people who are very well known in the industry. So Creative Live is my first resource for you to use to level up for the cheap. The second resource I have for you is one of my favorites, and I gotta say, I absolutely love Skillshare. Skillshare.com is a website with the same model in that they are tutorial, masterclass based type of videos. There are so many different kinds of videos. So there's business, culinary, design, DIY, film, photography, technology, writing, so many. The thing about Skillshare is it's a little bit less expensive than Creative Live. They do have a free version, but you're limited into what kind of classes you're going to be able to see. So everything is not available for free, but you can actually sign up for a free or a very low price trial. So for right now, they are running a special for a limited time. You can get the premium membership, which is access to all the videos and all the education for only 99 cents for 3 months. After that, I believe the pay model goes to about $100 a year. So it's a really good investment, because for less than $10 a month, you pretty much are going to be able to have access to a lot of different classes. I'll name some classes just to get you familiar. So beyond Instagram, new ways in social media is one that I'm looking at right now as we're speaking. Drawing pens, make it simple. Photography essentials, becoming a professional Instagrammer. Visual thinking, how to create sketch notes and capture and synthesize content. Obviously, I can't talk today. I need a Skillshare class for that. They range. So some of they have some really cool design classes as well. Technology, business. Let's just click on that real quick. I want to give you an idea. So how to transfer up to 5 gigabytes files to anywhere in the world for free. I mean, you never know. You might have to transfer large files and you maybe don't, know how to do that. Prezi has a class on here, which is kind of like PowerPoint on steroids, but they have a class about visual storytelling and creating more persuasive presentations. So it's just giving you a little bit of a taste of what type of classes are on there, but I adore Skillshare. I'm actually a member and have paid for Skillshare to be able to access those videos whenever I want. Finally, and this is the number 3 that you can use, good old faithful YouTube.com. We cannot deny that when you're in a pinch and you need to learn something, YouTube has saved you at one point. It's true. It's definitely saved me at one point for things that I didn't even think I could find on YouTube. Of course, YouTube is completely free to view. There's actually a paid model that they're rolling out called YouTube Red, I think is what it's called. And that's a paid model. And I think what that is just the ability to view the videos without the ads. But for free, you can pretty much type in anything and a video will come up. The great thing about YouTube is it is a Google product. So the search is very extensive and it's going to pull up a lot of very specific videos for you when you're looking to learn a specific skill. I can't tell you how many times I've been looking for just a little small task and I just pull up YouTube and boom, there's a tutorial. Someone has made a video about that. That tool is completely free. So just a recap to kind of let you know what we've been talking about here. The first resource that I suggested was creativelive.com. Second on the list is Skillshare. And then last is YouTube, our favorite classic way to find out how to do something to up level your skill. Of course, there's always going to be books is where and you can find tons of books on Kindle. Research your local library. A lot of the libraries now have an ability for you to download digital books via Kindle. So there's so many ways that you can get information about a particular subject. Don't be limited to just online video tutorials. You can also read a book. I have a blog that I wrote that kind of coincides with this topic about how to up level in 2016. And I'll make sure I link to that in the show notes. But I wanted to just give you some quick ideas, something that you can go in the office today and kind of Google and sign up for and check out. There's no excuse, guys. When you want to be better and do better, especially in your career, your business, or even your life, there are resources out there for you. So don't make the mistake in thinking that you have to have a whole bunch of money in order to learn a new skill. Go out there, research it, and you will be surprised at what you can find for free or a very, very, very small cost. Once again, I want you to make sure you check out thesavvyyoungprofessional.com. Catch me on Twitter at thesavvyYP. You can actually catch me on Twitter at Tanida Marie. The next couple of weeks, we have some great shows coming up. I have a person who created her own international travel show. I also have my good friend Andre Owens from CT Leadership talking about how you can get into management. What do you do when you're a new manager? We're going to talk about that over the next few weeks. Those shows are ready to rock and roll, so please make sure you stay tuned to The Savvy Young Professional. And you know what I'm going to say, guys? Keep it savvy, YPs.